Every year, over 50,000 athletes compete in the New York City Marathon. My next guest has run it 7 times, no big deal. Even more remarkable, he's completely blind, and he's not alone. He's part of an organization called Achilles International that trains athletes with disabilities for events just like the New York City Marathon. Please welcome to the show, Francesco. Welcome. So I'm sure this has to be a question you get a lot, but because people are probably like, how do you run the marathon if you can't see, right? Do people ask a lot?
Yeah, absolutely. So if I'm walking around on the day-to-day, I have my white cane, but obviously we can't run with the white cane unless we're like jousting or something.
Yeah.
So I have guides that actually are trained and run with me. Typically, I have 2 guides. One's tethered to me with a rope, and the other one is on the opposite side, kind of providing coverage. And, you know, they might be running up ahead, like clearing the path, grabbing cups during races, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, you know, they'll call out obstacles, directional cues. Sometimes they'll like call out funny signs that people hold up, so it's not all serious. But yeah, it's all because of guides.
Yeah, and some distraction, some much needed distraction when you start getting tired.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Have you always been a runner? Have you always been into it?
No, so growing up, I didn't realize that blind people could run, which is crazy to say now that I'm working in this industry and stuff, but I didn't realize blind people ran. And so the furthest I ran was actually just like chasing the ice cream truck down the block is pretty much the length of it.
Yeah.
And so I found Achilles about 9 years ago. I was doing grocery shopping. And this guy just saw my cane, walked up to me, was like, "Hey, you're blind. You should join Achilles." And, you know, New York City is like that.
Yeah.
And so I went home, did some Googling, figured out, like, oh, it's a real organization. So I showed up in the park, and that was my first time running. I ran 4 miles, which it was definitely a decision to run 4 miles as a first run. And
it's definitely a decision I'm never going to make.
Well, I couldn't walk the whole rest of the week, honestly. So, but I was hooked. Like, it was my first time moving in that way. So, cool.
And what kinds of athletes participate?
Yeah, so we have athletes with all different disabilities. So people who are blind like myself. I actually live with 2 blind athletes as well. We're roommates. And we have athletes who are amputees, people with spinal cord injuries, traumatic brain injuries, all different disabilities. And we welcome them within Achilles. And we provide whatever it is that they need to facilitate their run, walk, or roll. So it could be a trained guide, it could be a racing wheelchair, a hand cycle, a tandem bike, it could be anything.
Wow. All right. It's not just athletes with disabilities who participate, right? There are guides as well that go on.
Yeah. So without guides, I couldn't do what I do. We, as an organization, couldn't do what we do. We, provide the training so that they're able to guide whatever athlete that they're paired with. And it's a really special relationship because, I mean, think like for me doing marathons, they are seeing me in my absolute best and my worst, right? Like mile 20 of a marathon when there's no hope and all, I don't see lights, but if I did, all of them would be dim. Like, all there's just, just chaos in the world. And they're also required to laugh at all my jokes, which it helps.
It's like contractual.
Yeah, it's contractually obligated, and they get worse as the miles go on. I'm not gonna say they get better, so yeah.
Oh my God, I love you. Okay, so you also have a program for kiddos, right?
Yeah. So we have it's called Team Achilles Kids here in New York City, and it serves anyone under 18 with a disability, and it's the same vibe. We provide whatever it is that kid needs, and it's really full circle, right? Like I started as a blind athlete with Achilles. Now I'm the director of the New York City region. And so now I'm able to provide the same life-changing stuff that I experienced to other people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what's been the impact on your own life?
Oh, it's needless to say, it's completely changed my life. Like, the literal sense of having run and being a healthier person physically, mentally, all that stuff, it's, you can't quantify it, right? It's such a life-changing thing. But then also beyond that, like when I had a rare form of eye cancer growing up. And so I had decent sight, but then for all of my adult life, I had no vision. And there's a sense of like loss of confidence that comes with that. And so to be able to now rediscover confidence, be able to face challenges and overcome those challenges, it's just such a transformative experience that affects, your social life, your community, your professional development. It touches every part of an athlete's life, and that's why we do it. Yeah, 100%.
For sure. My next guests have run multiple marathons together. Please welcome Sarah and her guide, Jen. What's up, y'all? Thank you for joining us. So, Sarah, I'm gonna start with you. How many marathons have you done?
12, and you know, more. Plus, I'm
Oh my gosh.
not counting Boston and Philadelphia.
Oh, well, count those. I would count them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd count anything like that and tell everyone I did it. So how did you get involved with Achilles?
Well, I moved to New York, I guess 12 years ago or 13, and I didn't know anyone, and so my sister introduced me to Achilles.
Yeah.
And so.
Incredible sister. So
Yeah.
Jen, I'm gonna talk with you now. So I hear Sarah's really popular whenever you're out there running.
Yes, extremely. So whenever we run in the park, we try to count the number of people that say hi to Sarah, cheer for us. We usually lose count because there are so many, but we just have such a blast while we're running. So during the marathon, we sing while we run.
Yes.
So we have a great time. What are our favorite songs?
Well, Since You've Been Gone.
Yeah.
It's gotta be Since You've Been Gone.
I love that. I'm glad it gets you to run. It sure as hell doesn't get me to.
Well, and Kelly, not only does she sing in marathons, I very clearly remember her singing while we're doing triathlons, while swimming, which is a whole other feat. Like,
How are y'all talking and singing while doing
Yeah.
these things?
I don't know. Tell us, Sarah. How you...
I swim, breathe, and sing.
Yeah. You have the best lungs ever.
Yeah.
Well, what's your favorite part of Achilles?
Well, the friendships, we were all friends,
Yeah.
and the medals. Medals.
Yeah, I like to win. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels good. You've accomplished something and you received something for and rewarded by that.
Yes, the
Yeah.
medals. So
And then that network of people has to be cool too. These
Oh,
friendships and
they're the best,
Yeah.
best people.
Yeah.
Francesco.
I'm
all right.
Oh my gosh. Well, we have the CEO of Achilles International in the audience. Everybody say hi to Emily. Hi, Emily. Supporting these athletes, it must take a lot of resources, right?
It does, but we've got a community that extends around the globe that supports us, both in terms of giving donations and all these wonderful guides. And you know, the more people that we have engage with us, the better. If you're living with a disability or have a loved one who is living with a disability, please find our free adaptive workouts in chapters around the globe at achillesinternational.org. Every dollar we raise on that site allows us to make possible all the achievements that these extraordinary athletes and the 150,000 over the course of our history.
Wow.
Their achievements are made possible by just the resources that we're able to garner.
Thank you so much. This is an incredible organization. The Dick's Sporting Goods Foundation created the Sports Matter program to provide more opportunities for people to enjoy athletics. They love everything about Achilles International, so they're donating $10,000 to the organization to help